probably 1 o'clock in the morning. A
Oh.
lot of them SmackDowns don't end till like 12.
It's not gay if we wear socks, Jericho.
That's right. That's true.
Yeah.
I don't like to go barefoot anyway.
Right.
I don't,
Jay's gonna be like, I ain't never coming back to the place again. The redneck brawl chat was right. They are weird.
do you do? Come on in, old friend. Oh, you're welcome anytime. Sit right down and we'll have a talk, and you can tell me what's on your mind.
In the heart of Corbin, something extraordinary is taking center stage. A venue where music feels timeless, where every performance matters, and every guest is treated like they belong to something unforgettable. Built on elegance, driven by integrity, designed for artists, dreamers, and nights that deserve an encore. This isn't just another venue, it's the new sound of Corbin. Kenny's, located at 4672 5th Street Road. Come out and hear good music.
You got to come check out this new venue, Kenny's. This is Mayor Susie. I totally approve this message, and I approve this place.
Well, she found him with a Winchester to his throat, with a tear in his eye.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We got J Money with us. We appreciate all you guys watching on all the platforms: Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, all those different things that we're on. Guys, if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that share button. It's the best way that you can help this podcast get the word out. We've got a great show tonight. We got J Money, who's in the middle of everything going on right now. So I was excited to get it in. And make sure to get in your votes, guys. We have 1 for me, 2 for Jericho, 3 for Ronnie, 4 for J Money, and that is for the wheel at 8 o'clock. So with that said, we'll turn it over to Jericho and Jay.
What is going on, J Money?
Same thing, different day. Appreciate y'all having me here.
Well, what's the same thing? What is the day in the life of J Money?
Nothing really too interesting, actually. Work, train, go home, and see what leaves can shake.
What are you training for?
I train fighting.
Fighting.
Mixed martial arts and everything.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let's go ahead and do the icebreaker. Let's do the icebreaker in the house. Any man can win a handicap match. How's it feel to win against a blind man?
Oh, no.
Squirrel finds a nut every now and again.
Yeah, you did.
That's crazy. I was telling you, we were watching it. He's like, man, was that thing in his eyes? Was it in his eyes when he knocked him out?
100%.
And that's the only thing Jericho was very confident about during the whole fight. Because, I mean, not really animosity, but there's been some buildup to a Jericho J redneck brawl.
Well, I don't know why, but for months, people has wanted me on the redneck brawl. Don't know why.
Because you talk a lot of crap.
I do, and I'm good at it.
Do you train?
I mean, not fight train. I've physical fitness trained.
Well, in the redneck brawl, you don't really need much training as far as that goes for fighting.
Yeah.
So you probably would hold your own in there, I'd say.
Well, I've just
Against
always
others.
had that retard strength, you know.
You can't say that, man.
I'm talking
That's
about
a
myself.
disclaimer.
I'm calling my
Disclaimer.
disclaimer. I'm talking about myself. Well, that's what as us hillbillies call it.
Yeah.
We got that old retard strength, and
He said it again. You're going to get us shut down, man. They're going to end this live. We're not going to be able to use any of this.
that good strength.
That disability strength.
Yeah, there we go. That disability strength. It just comes out of nowhere.
It does.
But yeah, I've watched the video a couple different times, and I'm pretty sure that guy's eyes was covered. And then here you come, pow, pow, pow.
He was still swinging.
He was still swinging. In the heat of the moment, you don't see things like that.
He shouldn't have wore it to begin with. I mean, you heard the announcers like, your hair's not even long. Take it off. I don't know why he even wanted to. I even stopped at one point to, let him regain his
You did.
I did.
Otherwise, that would have been a Ronda Rousey fight done in 17
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because what did it last? 34, 38 seconds, something like
24.
that? 24.
that's
Yeah,
pretty
within
good.
100%.
Yeah.
24?
17 seconds.
Well,
How many other fights lasted 24 seconds?
my very first MMA fight did.
Oh, I was talking about out that night, all the
Oh,
fighters.
out of that night, probably not many. I think Lil Fire actually had one that was quicker than mine.
Yeah, his was pretty
It
quick.
was really fast.
But I mean, I think even with 13 redneck brawls, your knockout and how quick it happened would probably still put it in like the top 10
Yeah,
quickest knockouts
Probably.
in the 13 redneck brawls.
he just face planted. Boom.
Yeah.
Bam.
That was good. That was
Right.
good though. So, how you think your next one's gonna go?
I'd like to actually let it go a little longer than that, and I was hoping that one would have went a little longer because his game plan was actually a good game plan. He made it an ugly fight from the start, and I'm more of a sit back and be technical kind of fighter. I look for the counter shots, which is why when we separated and he got his eyes fixed up like that was my perfect opportunity. I was like, all right, I know what's coming next. He's going to throw the overhand right. I'm going to slip that, bang the left hand, and whatever happens after that. And that's what you saw.
So it worked out.
It did.
Dude, I tell you, like, and I congratulate you that night. I think I texted you 2 or
did.
3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, man, that was amazing. Because I got home from doing a DJ job late that night. So then I had to sit down and watch it. I'm like, what? And I was telling the lady outside, I was like, I only watched that fight for you and Big R. That's the only reason why we paid the money to see the fight. Now, it wasn't about anything with the Hinkles, and I really did want to see the Meat and Taters fight too.
Yeah.
But just those 3 fights were the ones that I was really interested in. And then when I feel like I should have got a refund, man. You made that happen so fast.
Yeah.
Like I was ready to
Remnants
see
of the
something.
pay-per-view of Mike Tyson fight when it was a 90-second fight. You paid $80 to watch him knock him out.
Right.
Was there anybody particular you want to call out for next one? I've heard some rumor that you're probably going to call out Tennessee Cornbread.
Well, I called him out to begin with. Really, I actually ended up meeting him. Stuff. We're pretty cool now because there was a lot of bad blood online between us, not knowing each other. I mean, it's an interesting fight. That's honestly a fight everybody's wanting to see. Myself personally, I'm looking to drop weight honestly and keep on just going down. But I mean, if it presents itself that we got to meet, I wouldn't oppose it.
So I'll tell you right now, firsthand, dropping weight's hard.
Yeah, if you ain't done it.
Yeah, dropping weight's real hard.
My question for you, Jericho. So, what would you think of doubting me like that? What made you think? Come on.
Because I've been saving it. I know you've wrote me a few times and stuff like that. And I wanted to ruffle your feathers so bad
Yeah.
because I knew that would. And I was like, no, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do it in person. And that's hard. That is hard for me to do. I've been wanting to write you so many times.
Just call it out and tell him you doubt him.
Well, I know.
We sat here and talked about it a few times.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, because I didn't.
We hadn't seen.
I've looked
fight.
into you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've looked
Yeah.
into you. I was like, I can't find any history of him fighting and stuff. I was like, a first in the ring fighter, he's probably gonna get whooped.
Well, I didn't know who
that's
he was
what
going
I was thinking.
against. The other guy was going.
Yeah, I didn't
against
know who he was going with against either, and he was a little short, stocky thing though. And I was like,
Yeah,
man, he might get whooped. I don't know.
he's blind.
You had a little height on him, and normally that does help having a little bit of height.
Yeah.
Some reach.
Yeah, you got that reach and stuff.
Yeah. He came out with some fire though. So
You did. Hey, look. Regardless of how it happened, you won. I was impressed with you. Kudos to you. That's all. That's all that matters.
I kind of thought the guy fell into your fist though.
Well, a lot of people thought he didn't like it. They thought I missed those shots, but really I caught him right behind the ear. So when I slipped his right, I gave him the left. It went right behind the ear, which threw his equilibrium off immediately. I seen that because he started stumbling. So then I was like, all right. So I threw 2 more shots, and they did miss. And I grabbed a hold and angled off on him, and he fired like a random right hand. So I threw a left hook, and that like clipped him right behind the ear again. I honestly felt like he was going down regardless after that one, but then the right hook, it just kind of it hit him like right on the top of the head, and he just dropped.
He just decided to stay down.
Yeah, I was expecting him to get back up because, like I said, I was expecting it to be a longer fight than that. I didn't expect to go in there and get the knockout that fast, but I did expect that if it presented itself, it would be there.
Right. You think that he got a few shots and he's like, I don't want no more of this. I'm just gonna lay down.
Oh no, he ended up speaking after the fight. He made a video and stuff. He said, and I quote, he said, "He hit me in the side of the head right here." He said, and it felt like lightning. Went all the way down to my toes and back up, which them equilibrium shots will do that. He wouldn't have had no wheels if he got back up. His legs would have been
Jello.
He'd have been looking like Anthony Joshua when Andy Ruiz caught him.
Yeah.
Like that's what that would have been. So I'd have just played with him the rest of the fight. But yeah, I mean, he got up pretty quick too. So I was like, well, at least he's
Crazy
all right.
Shady on here.
Yeah,
He says he's gonna run it again.
Turn it again. Hey, I'm down with that, Crazy Shady.
Listen, I go into everything thinking I'm gonna get knocked out. My lord, my little girl punched me one time. It was an unexpected punch. I seen stars, man.
Yeah.
That girl can hit. I was like, yeah. I just go into everything expecting to get knocked out,
Yeah.
just based off of that. I'm like, my little girl can almost knock me out.
I'm used to just not getting hit too much. Like I like to slip. Like I said, I like to be a flashy kind of fighter. You know, something like Floyd. So Crazy Shady, he came in with a good game plan. He made it an ugly fight, and that's what me and my coach both was like, man, it's gonna be one of them nights. That's what I thought as soon as we clinched up and was doing dirty boxing. But once he separated from me, I knew that was my moment to get my distance, and I knew what he was gonna do. And it's no disrespect to him or anybody. You read people when you've been in there long enough and you know what you're doing. And I just knew there was going to be a right hand coming, and me being a lefty, I just knew all I had to do is step aside, launch the left, and that would just set up whatever I needed. And that was going to be the game plan the whole night, was just slip and send it.
Slip
So
it
you're
down.
a southpaw?
Slip. Yeah.
That's unique in the boxing.
Yeah.
Especially
that's
in the
an
redneck.
automatic advantage.
JJ, he cracks me up. For $20, spell equilibrium.
When you can
I mean, does he not realize that he just spelled it for us? All we gotta do is
Actually, he misspelled it.
he misspelled it. That's
well, to get us $20.
Close enough.
Yeah, to get us $20, just read off what he wrote.
Appreciate you, Shady.
It's so stupid.
But yeah, it was a fun experience.
So what about the after part of it and the whole experience when you went down there? Because JJ was telling us a little bit about it. I know somebody else was telling me about the whole scene down there that was like electric and just
Yeah.
good vibes and everything as
Yeah.
you was in it before it.
Yeah.
Did they treat you well?
Oh
All
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff?
They treated me great. Billy Hubbard, right after my fight, he's walking up. He's like, "Whoever you want next, just let me know." It's like, okay, but a lot of people like Billy and them, they already knew what it was going to be. He's like, I predict J Money's going to go out there. He's going to knock this guy out. He's probably going to turn into a main event fighter. And I mean, my phone didn't stop blowing up for the whole weekend, so it was kind of crazy. But the main thing, because I've done a lot of fights, but I've never had a crowd like that for a fight. Like you do these MMA shows or these boxing shows outside of that, you would think it brings a crowd like that, but it don't. Like that was the biggest crowd I ever fought in front of. It was wild. And then they booed me.
Well, so you
They
had
booed you.
Yeah, because Billy got on the microphone. He's like, "Well, I guess this time Kentucky's on top." So they just started booing me.
I mean, you had the Hingle Nation there.
Yeah.
The Hingle Nation. That's the thing. Then you had the rest, just whatever, 10 or 15,000 drunk rednecks in the place. I mean, the fights outside the ring was as interesting as the fights inside the ring.
Was.
Yeah, and them things do get wild.
Yeah, they do.
Well, I mean, what's crazy is so we've had a lot of people with Redneck Brawl on the show, and we've done shows with all the 12 for Redneck Brawl 10 or 12 that we had people on.
11.
Was it 11?
It was 11. Yeah.
Well, they all seem to be friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like even their opponents, like once it's all over, I think everybody just kind of knows they go in there. They're encouraged to talk a lot of crap about one another, but then just go in there, fight, and be done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know of any real bad blood that continues. Maybe the Big R and Sasquatch.
That's
thing
what I was
is-
going to say. That's about the only bad blood that I know of. I mean, it's a business at the end of the day, and you got to hype up your consumers, and got to make them interested. So at the end of the day, we know what we're going in there to do. There's no sense in carrying that outside the ring. At least for me personally, I don't like having bad blood with fighters. Even if we got to fight, we're going to go in there, we're going to entertain people. That's like Shady. I was nervous as could be, but he was like, don't be nervous, man. He's like, we're going to go out here. We're going to have a good time. We're going to entertain this crowd. You're going to try to knock me out. I'm going to try to knock you out. He's like, that's just it. He lived up to his name because he really was crazy.
Yeah.
In a good way, though.
But I mean, no, that was awesome. And then you get to watch the weigh-ins, like because I watched the weigh-ins. I got to watch the weigh-ins Friday night or whatever, and then you kind of get to pick the ones that you're like, all right, this one's got some juice in them. This one's going to run. This is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then you watch them the next night, and a lot of the same ones that brought the energy during the weigh-ins brought the energy during the fight.
Yeah.
There was a few that you'd be like, tell her what you're going to do when you get in the ring, and they're like, well, I'm a whooper.
Yeah. I'm just going to try not to get hurt.
But like he said though, you got thousands of people out there in the crowd. During the weigh-ins, I'm sure it's not as crowded as that.
No.
See, so during the weigh-ins, you can build that hype up, and then when you're walking out to the crowd, you see all them people.
It's crazy.
That nervousness kicks in for a lot of people.
It does. It did me.
Did you get to pick your walking out song?
I picked a walkout song, but they didn't play it.
Oh, yeah?
Pissed me off. I guess they couldn't find it.
I mean, I'd have...
Which one did you pick?
I picked "Dirty" by Big Merv, and he was actually one of the announcers there. But
Yeah.
for some reason they walked me out to, what was it, Crazy Train, I think.
Yeah, I think it was crazy.
Which was all right too, because the whole week I was like, everybody get on board the Money Express, so it kind of fit too.
Yeah, because the guy you're fighting was Crazy
Crazy
Shady,
Shady,
and then
right.
the Train, Money Express. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
So they tied it in pretty good.
Maybe they
Yeah.
had a deeper
They
thought
made
about
it
it.
up.
Maybe they had a deeper thought about it. So who you already asked if you had somebody playing
Yeah.
right for the next one.
Well,
I don't know that he
thank
said
you
that,
answered
right?
it. Yeah, I don't think.
Everybody wants to hear
Everybody
the
wants to
Tennessee
see the cornbread fight.
fight,
But I mean, my answer is always the same. The table's open for whoever. I'm more or less waiting just to see who all's cutting promo videos whenever they do just announce the next one and whatnot. I mean, there was a couple of guys from that night that caught my eye, but we'll see what happens. I'm not even sure.
Well, what if somebody does a promo calling you out?
That's fine.
You going to accept the first one?
Of course, I'll accept them all. It don't matter. Give me.
Say, I'll be
30.
your first fight, your 13th fight,
Right.
your 24th fight,
Yeah.
and your
As
30th.
long as I'm still breathing, we'll go all night.
Are you shooting for the main event?
I'm not expecting it off the rip, just being my first fight in there, but I'd like to fall deeper in the card this time. I think I made that statement.
I think you performed well enough to get deeper.
Yeah. I
But
could do better.
A lot of it's self-promotion, though, right?
Yeah. Well, a lot of mine was, yeah.
So I think that's what the Redneck Brawl promotes. The self, each fighter needs to
Yeah.
do their own promotions.
Yeah.
Well, see, I appreciate you making the thing for the show.
Yeah.
We invite people on the show, and a lot of times they won't do any kind of work.
Yeah.
And when somebody's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be on the Redneck, I'm gonna be on the No Sugar Coat podcast on this day. Come check it out." Well, I wish everybody did that.
But that's a lot of the Redneck Brawlers did that because they're used to self-promoting their event.
Yeah, you'll be amazed how many people don't promote themselves at all.
Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Well, I'm not surprised that you do.
Yeah. Satina, we already talked about it. He said if Cornbread is willing and calls him out and he gets that fight, he'll take it. But he's really just taking any fight. Right?
I think that's a smart way to be about it, anyways. I think I would want to fight somebody that wanted some. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody's like, "Paul, I'm gonna whoop you," Like, well, you have it to do, son. And I just throw out some kind of vacant.
Said, you did
Yeah.
good. Tell J Money he broke a bone fragment off my brow bone.
Now it's floating in his face.
I'm praying for you, Crazy Shady.
And Leanne said, you look just as hot right now as you did 21 years ago. You're the best piece of steak she's ever had.
She didn't say that.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Did she?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound
She
like
said-
my wife at all.
She says, I know he can't see the comments above his head.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks. Thanks. Thanks for hanging out.
Now he's reading the comments. Just
Yeah, I'm going to have to pull it up. I'm probably blushing now.
Yeah. See, I don't like to see stuff like that though, like breaking bones and stuff. Like, you know, everybody will talk the talk like, yeah, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna kill this guy. If he dies, whatever. I don't like hurting people like that for real. Like, I like to entertain, I like to fight, but at the end of the day, unless we're in the street or something and it's real beef, like I don't like doing that to people right there.
Well, you don't want to take a beef to the ring. The ring's not
Right.
a place for a beef. That's all promotion, right?
Exactly.
So
So I hope you heal quick, Shady, for real, because I like to see you get back out there. Your time will come, brother. Keep your head up.
Literally, keep your head up.
She didn't say nothing about steak, man.
yeah.
I know. I had to throw that in there.
Yeah.
You know, I had to make you feel good.
No, that's what I knew that's not what she would say. Anyways, so they put you up nice. They took care of you guys. Did you ride down with anybody or ride back?
I
with
rode down
anybody?
with myself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, you just that's who you seem like.
Mhm.
So listen, we thought that he would come in with a boombox on his shoulder, playing some "I'll Knock You Out" song or something like that. But no, this guy's been just cool as a cucumber the whole night. Feels like he's very thoughtful about what he's saying.
Very
Like,
opposite of what I thought.
Right, like I thought he would come in here real loose and just
Mhm.
I'd be talking crazy.
I thought it
over
would
here.
just be nonstop, a JJ competitor.
Yeah.
I thought it would be
Yeah.
he'd come in here and be like, "I'll whoop you and I'll whoop you."
Yeah, you're definitely a lot more mellow than I was expecting.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I was
just based
expecting
off
from
of
the guy in the chat to be
just based off of all the videos I seen of you, how you been in our chat and all this and that. I was expecting like this hype man.
But it's neat that you get to see a different side of somebody, and I think it's good for people to see that different side of you too here tonight on the show. Because I mean, there's a lot of people got opinions about you.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people got opinions about you.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, we wanted to bring you on during the election. And then we thought that's a bad idea.
I agree.
Let's not bring him on during the election. Let's let him do his fight. Let's get the election mostly out of the way and then move on. But I'm glad that people get to see this cool, calm, collected.
It probably was best to go after the elections and stuff, because before that, I probably would have been on one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just a hot topic there for a long time. It kind of still is, not as much. I don't think a lot of people were very surprised about how all that stuff turned out, anyways.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us about it? Tell us your
No,
opinion.
whoa. Whoa. And you got people that know you personally on here. There's Jason is a lot more intellect and mindful than a lot of people give him credit for.
Intelligent. That says intelligent.
I read it wrong. No, all right, now we're crossing lines.
Hey,
$20
Brandon Williams, you can meet me at the Redneck Brawl too. That's my twin.
Oh, is that your twin?
says he's punk.
What's up, Jonathan?
Oh, so we need to get you involved in some of our short films we're doing too.
Oh
I
yeah,
think he'd be a good addition.
need me to whoop somebody in them.
Well, I don't know. You might do good. We've actually been tossing an idea around that will involve a little bit of altercation.
Oh, okay.
I told Ronnie, I said, if I gotta get thrown, throw me.
I can do that.
So, how is everything for you right now? I mean, with the redneck brawl over and the election stuff kind of died down, how are things right now? I see you got the Yaden's auto. I watched his short clip. That was pretty funny.
He's a funny guy.
Running in there, catching the bologna in the cold Mountain Dew in the house. I always liked Andrew. I loved his stuff on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really met the guy or anything like that, but when he come in there kicking cars, talking about the trucks that get all the ladies pregnant and stuff like that,
Yeah,
I love that. And he calmed that down a little bit. But you got your Yaden's hat on, you got your Team Weddle shirt on. How have things kind of calmed down for you since as it started to? I mean,
yeah. Main thing was just really repressing from all the election. Like most everything went how it was expected to go. We was hoping for an upset in the sheriff's race. Obviously, that didn't happen, but it is what it is. You know, I figured I'd put a lot more care into that after it was all said and done, but I was like, it's really not that bad. Like, I've been back and forth with the sheriff, whatever, online and stuff like that. You know, well, let me rephrase that. I've been forth with the sheriff, not back and forth, because he's got me blocked. He's had me blocked for quite some time, even on the sheriff's page. But I just found humor in everything I was doing, so I just kept coming. But
So now that it's over, what's your plans?
I don't know. I haven't really thought much of it. I just think there's still some mud in the water that needs to clear, and I just think there's a few things probably going to pop up out of nowhere that could happen. But we'll see what happens.
but see, I'm excited for the path London's making. Like the council thing, we all kind of thought that maybe one or two would survive
Right.
in the council, and none of the elected council made it over.
Right.
So the city of London's like, all right, let's try a whole new squad.
Right. Reset.
Let's reset. I was surprised that Matt did as well as he did against the mayor.
I was too.
I thought we all said it would be Matt and the mayor here when we did our predictions.
Well, because everybody knows Matt. That's the reason why.
Yeah.
But I mean, 11 votes separated them.
Yeah.
And he's a very likable guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that, and this is my opinion, I thought Weddle would run away with it. I thought it would be.
I did too, honestly.
I thought that everybody else would just get maybe 100 or 2 votes, and then Weddle would have over 1,000, way over 1,000.
No, Wendy, you still got plenty of time to vote.
Yeah. Much like Katie said, we're in recovery right now, but resting up for round 2.
Yeah. And then the sheriff's race, that was tighter than I thought it was going to be too.
I told people that was going to be a tight one, and if I'm being realistic, we had our back of the mind feeling John Root would pull this out, but a lot of people's like, oh, it's going to be a landslide. He's going to carry 70% of it. But well, I was like, nah, it's going to be a lot closer than you think. Honestly, I felt like, just my personal opinion, had he probably ran as an independent, that race probably would have went a little different, because they were only confined to Republicans voting.
No, you're not wrong. Had the 200 votes that Jenny got, and Rick almost got 150, right, or something like that, or almost 200. They got pretty close to the same. Had those votes had to go to John or Robbie, it could have been a completely different election
For sure.
because that race was separated by just like 150 votes too, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I'm not positive on that, but there
I
wasn't
think it was like 624.
624 different separated them.
Yeah.
So I'm a little off on that. In fact, quite a bit.
Being limited only. So, and the thing was too, that really was saying is like, you got over 30-something thousand registered voters, but only like 14,000 showed up and voted. So that it plays a part when people don't get out and do their part.
No, you're not wrong. And I think that every vote that Rick or Jenny got would have probably been a vote for Robbie.
I agree.
Well, there's a lot of people, though, that I've heard countless times come out of other people's mouths. What's my vote matter? What's my single vote going to do for anything?
Well, it would have mattered a whole lot to Matt Orr.
Yeah.
Because just 11 votes separated that.
But there's a lot of people around here that has that mind frame.
Yep.
What's my vote matter? I voted though. By the way, don't think I'm saying that. I 100% voted. Obviously not for the London stuff, but I put my part in here in Whitley County.
Well, I just hope that the rest the rest that you're talking about till November, that in that time that bridges can be built or mended and whatever, and peace can start reigning back over London, Laurel County.
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
Yeah. Who's mending bridges? The council.
Well, the council don't have to now, right?
Only thing
That
I
bridge,
see-
they're building a
only
new
thing I
bridge.
see them doing from here to now is probably going on
yeah.
their revenge tour.
You're right.
Probably. More than
You're
likely.
right. I hadn't thought.
Hey, do what you will. Enjoy your 5.5 month free trial. It all comes to an end in January.
Right. I hadn't even thought about that. That again, that even though the council's out, they still got 5 or 6 months. They can
Do some damage.
make some new plans or give directions.
All right.
Do you think? Oh, well, I know that what your answer is going to be, but I feel like I have to ask. I mean, do you think that they'll not just calm down and move on with the rest of the moving London forward?
I don't know. I mean, they could, but just given their hate for Weddle and really dislike for most of the citizens too, I don't see that happening. They didn't have their way, so I don't expect them to give anybody else their way.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they could also be extremely butthurt that they didn't get reelected, and they just sour up and be like, you know what, we're not going to be here much longer. I'm not doing nothing.
Well, let's hope their heart goes the other way.
Yeah,
It's like, you know what, let's give back to these people. This is our last chance to get these things done that we're wanting to get done for the community. Let's use this time to do that and not, just burn bridges and tear up Jack.
Is J Money single?
I am not.
Look at you getting macked on.
No damage on my watch.
So do we need to bring in Miss Money? That way people.
Yeah, Miss Money is in attendance tonight, but
she's watching it out there. She'll read it. She'll peek her head.
Coming with that look.
Oh, look, I hear her coming.
Anyways, I felt like that stuff just needed to kind of get mentioned because a lot of people, want to know. I mean, you've been a voice to a lot of folks.
Yeah,
like a lot of people, like you just come up on our radar during this election.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know that you've been J Money for 5 years or longer, but it was the election that we just kind of started paying attention to you. It was like, man, this guy's courageous or nuts.
Little of both.
You have been very vocal about everything.
Yeah.
Everything that you've dipped your toes into, you've been very, very vocal about it.
I feel like somebody needs to. At the end of the day, there's a lot of secrets in London. A lot of secrets, a lot of things people want to keep buried, and I can't take all the credit myself. There's a team of us that just dig it up, and for the most part, I'll expose it. I'm the one who's like, if you don't feel comfortable saying it, bring it to me, because I'll say it. Just bring me receipts to back what we got to talk about.
What?
You got some spare money? Because you're going to have to take her out to dinner tonight.
Yeah, probably. Stop and get her something.
Anything off the dollar menu.
Yeah.
I think I got some beef jerky and cupcakes, baby.
Right.
Complimentary.
So, had you always known a lot of the people that you kind of running with the election? Have you always had a relationship with Melissa and no?
No.
You guys just kind of come together on common ground?
Pretty much, yeah, through what we did. Just truth tellers. It all kind of just molded. Everything really started after the tornado relief. I met some people there, like Katie, for example, Katie Johnson. Met her. And Melissa came along when she was doing her videos, I would reach out to her and be like, I like what you're doing. And there was times like she wouldn't want to talk about the Phelpses and certain families. I'm like, no, you need to. I'm doing it. Who cares? Let's let the city know who's who and what's what. So I got to commend everybody really for finally just coming out of their shell, because doing it myself when I started out, it was a little scary and whatnot. But at the same time, I was just like, well, they're gonna have to kill me because they ain't gonna whoop me. That's just all there was to it. And I had to think about my family too and stuff. So when everybody else started kind of jumping in there, it kind of made it a little less stressful because I wasn't just a single target. Because I started out a hot target to all of them, the council, everybody.
Well, I know that there's a lot of blowback when you say things that people don't agree with.
Yeah.
And just because people don't agree with things doesn't mean they're not facts. And saying facts that people don't agree with comes at a cost.
Yeah.
I recently kind of got through some of that on my own here in Whitley County, and it just sucks that you can't just have conversations about things and everything be a respectful kind of deal.
Right.
And then you have back players that nobody kind of knows about until the end, or close to the end. So is it London Knights or Londonians?
I don't know. Whatever they want to go by it.
I've heard London Knights
I've
more.
heard London Knights. I've heard Londonians. I call it Londoners.
I've heard Londonians twice. I've heard London Knights more. Probably about a dozen times.
Yeah. Well, that's what they call everybody who support Weddle too. They call them Weddleites, and I'm just like,
Weddleites.
Yeah. Either one.
London. I just don't get London.
No, I don't either.
Why can't everybody just have their own opinion and it be okay? And this ain't just London. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Why can't you just have your own opinion and it be okay?
Either one, Matt Allen says. Were you surprised by the city council decisions? What surprised you most about who made it in and who didn't make it in?
I expected, so I talked to a lot of people, and one thing we all pretty much agreed on, we figured if anybody was going to slide in the top 12, we knew probably Jim Baker would. It surprised me actually John Bruner did, but at the same time it doesn't, because nobody really knows, I guess, how connected he is with them, but they'll find out. I knew.
Well, the mayor actually said something nice about John Brewer, didn't he?
Yeah.
I was watching one of his videos, and he was like, and John, actually, we've not had any problems with John in one of the last meetings or something like that. So I was thinking that he might carry over just because of that comment.
Yeah. I knew Kelly and Donna wasn't going to have a snowball's chance. Pun intended, Donna. I knew Justin Young. Honestly, it surprised me. He actually came as many votes as he did, but I kind of knew he was on the way out. I expected, and I told everybody 100% Chase Carson would carry the most votes through this, and he did. That Deborah Gilbert lady, I don't really know her, but I've heard people speak highly of her, and it surprised me that she came in second, honestly.
Yeah, I was thinking Johnny Miller had that.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Between her or him and Sharon Binge, I knew them three. Chase, Sharon, and Johnny would be in there. Roxanne, I had a feeling she could get in there, so it wasn't really a surprise, but it was just all a relief really to see how it came, because even when you look at the order of it, if that race would have ended, we'd have had a whole new council immediately, had it not had to carry over to November.
Which probably would have been the best thing if it would have just ended right then.
I wish, yeah. But at the same time, I feel like, honestly, even the votes that they got to get themselves in the top 12, as much help as they gonna need, it's probably still not gonna do them no good.
I'd say the ones that voted for Cassandra and stuff will end up voting for the others.
Yeah, and then like the ones that voted Donna Gill and them will probably carry over to them too. But like I said, even they won't be enough. I don't think they'll be enough.
The ones that voted for JJ though, that carry over, that'll be enough, right?
Depends. I think JJ honestly, I think he'd rather see a new council too. So
He would.
Yeah.
He would.
I would say anybody that voted for him is not going to vote for the current council.
No, I'd agree with that. Well, he was saying that on the show. He's saying, listen, if Chase don't make it, I'd give him my seat. He's better than what we've got. And then there was another guy. He's like, and I'd give him my seat if he didn't make the cut.
I don't think he was really worried. He
that was
just wanted to
200
make
votes.
his voice heard.
Yeah. So the 200 people that voted for JJ, they can now vote for.
And what's crazy is a lot of these people didn't even pick like all 6. Some people walked in, only voted one person. Some walked in, only voted for 3 or 4 of them. November comes, they're going to sweep that council right on out. The remaining 2. Go ahead and pack your bags, boys. It's over.
I mean, it says a lot about London, right? And it says a lot to the point that everybody was seeing the same thing, that they didn't feel like the council was working for them. I mean, if none of them got reelected, and there's a good chance that the ones that were appointed may not get re-elected too, then that means that everybody was kind of feeling the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from the outside looking in, that's what it looks like.
But then that goes also towards the mayor's race too, though, because the thing was, and I told a lot of people, I was like, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people out there that want to reset the whole board and refresh everybody. They want fresh faces everywhere, and that included at the mayor spot too. So I called it and said it was going to be a clean sweep across the mayor's race, but it got, like you said, it was a lot closer than I even expected. I thought Weddle was going to landslide that, so it gives me a little nerves on that because I'm like, well, Tracy's people are probably going to just back Matt Orr because 10 times out of 10, there's a lot of people that want fresh faces regardless, even including the mayor's position.
Right.
But I don't like that because I don't feel like Weddle really had a chance to do much. He had a council that was completely against him. They wasn't going to work with him. He didn't have a fair chance in that mayor's seat. So he deserves that, in my opinion.
No, I don't know that you're wrong. Like I know that a lot of people wanted a clean slate. That I agree with you 100%. I know a lot of people wanted a clean slate, and then I didn't expect the race to be tight either. And the race being tight, with Tracy's votes hanging out in November, makes things where it could be a good chance it could be a complete clean slate. And that does suck for the current mayor who didn't get his last 2 years to do what he wanted to do. And like I said, he was kind to us. They were all kind. Everybody's been good to us.
Yeah.
And we tried to be very good to everybody on the show. We've not tried to promote one more than the other. Although I did ask John for one of his shirts so I could wear it here because I thought you would wear a shirt tonight. I was going to wear a John Root shirt. They said that they were going to try to get me one, but I didn't get one in time.
Them campaign violation shirts.
I didn't get one in time, so. But yeah, I think it went about the way that we thought it would.
Yeah. I think Weddle's going to have to put in some good work from now to November.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's going to have to get out and really start winning the votes, and Matt's going to do the same too, right?
Yep.
So
I would assume,
yeah, it's going to be an interesting race for sure.
Well, I mean, that's everybody though. Even the bottom 6 of who got voted in for London City Council.
Yeah,
they're going to have to put in a lot of work.
Yeah. Everybody
like Matt Allen, wasn't he one of the bottom ones?
Yeah,
but
he just kind of barely crossed the threshold, right?
He just barely crossed.
Yeah, and he's a great dude. I wouldn't care to see him on the council either, honestly. So, may the best one win. My thing is like this: may the best one win, just not Jim Baker or John Bruner.
Yeah, see, even Matt Allen says time to get busy.
There you go.
Yeah, so
And that's
he
the
knows.
mindset even Randall Weddle had, because I attended his little get together he had for, they throw their little election party things,
Right.
And he's like, at the time he actually announced it. He was saying he lost by 1. That's before all the votes got counted in. He's like, we came up short by 1. He's like, but we're in. He's like, so we'll have to really put in work. And then he come back probably an hour later. Oh, okay, he's up by 11. He actually won, but like you said, you take Tracy Henley's voters, you carry them over to Matt Orr, it's over with.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to put in work, which I think a lot of things will come to light through this. A lot of things going on behind the scenes that a lot can't be discussed, but there's a few interesting factors that might play out and shed some light on who's who and what's what.
Well, I found it interesting that they tried to keep Chase Carson from running.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who I'm saying when I say they, but somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to keep it because they'd done
Yeah.
the petition to take
I know
it
who it
over.
was.
But I thought that was interesting
Yeah.
because he's on the tourism board and all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Like I watched him on video just the other day or maybe earlier today working with the tourism stuff, and they congratulated him there and everything else.
Yeah.
Why would they try to keep him out though?
Because they said it was a residency issue. I'm not sure why they would try to keep him out. That's what I was saying. That I thought it was interesting that somebody would try to keep him out because he's already a part of some of the stuff going on in London, and he's a fresh face, and he speaks very well. He's a good young statesman,
He's not one of them.
And I just thought that was odd, especially with him being the top vote getter.
Yeah, I expected that to happen. Well, I'll say this. I figured it could happen if London wanted to grow up. Me personally, I felt like they didn't really want a lot of colored people in power out there. I don't want to pull a race card or nothing like that, but to me, it's always just seemed like that. When you grow up there, it's different.
Well, Katie said it's Terry Napier.
Yeah.
That is the person that tried to keep him off.
He tried to pretty much insinuate that the person that signed for Chase to run didn't live in the city or something. It was a whole bunch of hoopla because the judge said, "Get that out of here."
That's wild, right?
Yeah, just another guy that works with council in the pedo clan, as it's set up there.
I was going to ask you about that. I have seen that so many times over the past couple weeks. What is the pedo clan?
Whoa! We don't want that smoke, man.
Yeah.
We don't want
I'm
that
just
smoke,
curious.
Jericho.
I'm not looking for smoke. Like it's just
But people know what it is. Man.
I know pedo means pedophile, but like
No, we don't want
We
to know
have
the name, but they're
work very hard to not involve people in politics that are not running for elections. And that none of that clan is running for an election.
Nope.
So there's no need to mention them.
Just the puppet masters.
okay, all right. Can't ask a simple question around here, guys.
Well, no, you don't know what kind of trouble that could bring us, Jericho.
Yeah. Look at me.
Well, I've just seen it so much pop into these comments. I'm like, what?
Well.
Like, who started that? What? Like,
And it's a long story.
Well, I mean,
We'll speak
Yeah.
on that off the record.
okay.
yeah, that don't we don't. There's nobody of them are running for election. Nobody involved in any of that.
To
running for
answer your
election.
question, Gilbert, no, I do not have political aspirations as of right now. I'm not a politician. I don't want to be a politician because politicians can't put their hands on people when things go south.
But yeah, there's a lot of different things like he said that'll probably come out, and everybody in London is very familiar.
Katie getting it started now. I've heard of it, Katie. I've heard of it.
I can't see it. Let's see if anyone in the comments ever heard of the Boondocks.
Yeah, just like Chad said, isn't this called the No Sugarcoating Podcast?
It is.
Chad knows how to work you up, man. Let me just say. Chad ain't gonna be the one having to deal with the repercussions.
Tessa, let me correct you. That is not what you are referred to if you oppose the mayor. That is what we refer to the people who have done it. Get that out of here.
Done it.
You
Like,
don't even live here. in
that
London.
have opposed the mayor?
No.
The people that have done exactly what they're called in that clan.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's easy to talk like that, but it's different when you actually know. Because you know. All I can really say about that.
Because you're in it?
No. Well, let me say this. When I was younger, I may or may not have been involved in escorting people over to a certain school truancy officer's house. And he may or may not have been doing things with young girls he shouldn't have. Let's say it like that.
Oh.
See, Tessa, I know things because I lived it. You go by what you hear online, so out of here.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh, I started it.
no sugarcoating and shit show are two different shows.
As Twin said, there are receipts, so we don't even have to argue, Tessa. There's receipts. I ain't even gotta tell you about another one that knows all about it because he lived it.
So that's wild to me. It's wild to me that everybody knows and not everybody has a problem.
That's the problem. That is the problem. Yeah, my thing was with the generations like probably hers. She's probably a little older than me. When it was brought up, it's we knew about it, but we never talked about it. Been doing it since the 90s, early 2000s. You can't even say it didn't happen. It's literally millions of victims.
Well, that was the time too. They just turned a blind eye. You know,
exactly. That's the problem.
a blind eye never sees anything.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm not trying to stir up all that mess.
It's already stirred. Now.
It's stirring now.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
Oh, is it stirring on the comments?
Yeah, it's all in it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so what you said is definitely not true. What you mean?
But so who runs Ambulance Inc? London Ambulance Inc or London Ambulance Inc?
I'm not sure who runs that now because I think the main person has stepped down. Not even a couple months ago. Who also, by the way, wrote support letters to one of their employees who got charged with child pornography.
Well, see how crazy how you could just turn everything. Yeah. Well, see, I've always heard of that organization
I think it's
brought
the Smith
up.
family.
I've always heard of that organization brought up and the people behind that organization.
There's been quite a few people involved in that organization. That's a little funny.
I just went blank. What's that one family's name?
Which one?
Real big in London.
So the weather outside is great. What do you think, Paul?
I don't really care for the rain. Just don't quiver when it thunders.
I don't. I fall asleep when it thunders. But my garden's loving this rain. I tell you that.
So, do you know? Let me ask you another question about London, and then we'll get to maybe get into the break and stuff. But do you know if there's going to be somebody run against the sheriff in November?
I really don't know actually.
There was people alluding to it. Now I didn't know if that had ever.
So I think they wanted to ride in Robbie Grimes back to try to get the votes in, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that where he lost the primary.
Right.
So, if I could recommend somebody myself that we could ride in that had nothing to do with it, only one person comes to my mind that I'd love to see be a sheriff outside of Robbie Grimes, but he's on the London Police Department, and I'm not going to name him just to keep the heat away. But I think there's an LPD officer out there who would make a great sheriff.
because I know that there was, like I said, I know that people were talking about it. And I think there's some rule that if they get over 2 or 5% of the vote, they can't rerun or anything like that. There's some kind of rule.
Right.
But if they only got like 1 or 2% of the vote, they could be a write-in.
Right.
But
I think Robbie's got a good chance 2030.
well, I mean, at what point do this? So I always jam up when I have to think about what wants to roll out of my mouth. But does anybody even know that John's going to want another term after this? Like,
He wasn't even supposed to run this term.
I think that, like, not let Jay come on. I think that Jay got too much intel, and the podcast got rules to follow. Well, we just don't want no trouble. We don't want no problems.
I'm trying to keep you out of it. He's the
No,
instigator.
We're
Jericho.
trying not to get sued.
Jericho's over here trying to instigate.
Jericho 100% is one like, no. Let's jump in this.
Yeah, let's dive into what family we talking about.
I just like to know what you know.
If I told you everything I know,
Well,
We'd need a longer
we
time.
don't have the receipts. So he's got the receipts. And in order for us to even spread anything, we'd have to have receipts.
I don't want to spread anything. Like when
Well,
I walk
it's
out,
spread
No.
if it's live.
yeah. When I walk out these doors, like whatever's talked in here stays here.
Mhm.
I don't,
But, well, I mean, also our 68 viewers that we have right now would include it, plus the 1,000 that watch it later.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, and this is, again, Tracy's been great to us, but she was on the show, and something she said got her sued.
really.
Yeah, while she was on the show.
She deserves everything she gets.
And I don't know that she said anything that wasn't her opinion. And I think she tried to play by this is my opinion, this is the way I feel about this.
Mhm.
But ever since that, I've got real skittish about
Mm-hmm.
let's disclaimer Jericho, let's censor Jericho.
We got disclaimers rolling. And unfortunately, the only lawyer we know is our competition. So,
Yeah.
so he's not going to help us too much.
But that's all a mess. And I'm glad that May's here. I mean, it's really kind of cut down a lot of that drama.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. It's took a lot of stress off the mental for sure.
I can imagine.
But to revert back to what you was saying as far as the sheriff's race, I wouldn't know. I could see John probably running again just because of it. I mean,
Go for the 20.
right. Well,
Well,
he's
he
going
would
to have
end
the
at
20
20.
after this point.
Yeah.
I think that more results to power for him than it does actually doing any good for most. And like I said, he wasn't even supposed to run this term.
That's what Robbie told us on the podcast.
Yeah, and that's a fact. A matter of fact, it was him who was backing Robbie to be the next sheriff until whatever happened. I personally think he walked outside and found this plastic Barbie in the street, and things changed after that. But it's untelling what it was, honestly, that made him decide he wasn't going to do that. And he thought, I guess, that nobody was going to sway away from him wanting to push Robbie. There's a lot of people that didn't, you can't just say, hey, we're going to do this and I'm going to push this guy and then change your mind and think everybody's coming with you. But hats off to him because he's still got his race. He still won it. There's a lot of things that should have been, honestly, looked at that he done, but I'm not going to complain or lose no sleep about it. If he can live with doing what he did and winning it dirty, that's on him.
Can Robbie now become the police chief of London?
Hey, I swear to God, I said this to a little group chat. I said, well, is it too late for Robbie to be the chief of police?
Right. Can he still do that?
I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, he could apply
Because he's not
for it.
running anymore.
Right.
He's
Now
not
he can
running
be-
He could
anymore.
apply for the position.
Yeah.
And there is a vacancy, correct?
Technically, there is. We only have an acting chief.
So the mayor's the one that appoints the chief.
But he's got to be
It's gotta
appointed.
But it's got to be approved with the council.
By
Because he
approved by
attempted to
council.
do that with
Yeah.
Bobby Day, and they did not have that.
So I mean, because I just hate that how it seems like Robbie was done.
Yeah.
As far as
No, they screwed him. Let's just keep it real.
100%.
They screwed him.
Listen to you, Jericho. You just what?
He knows. Dude.
But I just hate the way that unfolded. And it's one of those things where, well, I mean, give this man back his livelihood.
Right.
Give this man back his livelihood.
Yep.
I think, and he's preaching no division. You know, he's like, hey, listen, I don't want problems with nobody. I just want to do my job. I want to do what I love doing. You know.
Yep.
And certainly somebody should mention that at a council meeting. Hey, let's see if Robbie would be interested in doing this, because he's still got time. He's still got time.
Who won the votes?
They have an acting
J Money.
chief, Anthony Morgan, to answer your question. They didn't hire anybody as officially. More or less, they put Mr. Mailer in charge of acting police chief, so that it's still a vacant position to my knowledge.
Well, guys, listen, it's 8 o'clock. We're going to go on a quick break. J Money, you've won, lost, however you want to look at it.
Awesome.
So you'll get to spin the wheel of misfortune.
Okay.
Everybody stay tuned.
Hey,
We'll be
right
back.
That is fact, Katie, though, that Jim Baker did try to bribe Robbie with the chief position if he dropped out of the race. Well, bribe to somebody that if he dropped out of the race, they could possibly make him chief of police. That happened.
Like I said, maybe they could revisit that.
They should. They should
revisit
honestly.
it.
And you guys can revisit us right after this break.
That's a good call. He's a better host than Jericho.
That was good.
How do you do? Come on in, old friend. Oh, you're welcome anytime. Sit right down and we'll have a talk, and you can tell me what's on your mind.
In the heart of Corbin, something extraordinary is taking center stage. A venue where music feels timeless, where every performance matters, and every guest is treated like they belong to something unforgettable. Built on elegance, driven by integrity, designed for artists, dreamers, and nights that deserve an encore. This isn't just another venue, it's the new sound of Corbin. Kenny's, located at 4672 5th Street Road. Come out and hear good music.
You got to come check out this new venue, Kenny's. This is Mayor Susie. I totally approve this message, and I approve this place.
Well, she found him with a Winchester to his throat, with a tear in his eye.
Located at 511 South Main Street, Corbin, Kentucky, Sugar Booger's Custom Cakes has been bringing delicious treats to the Tri-County area for over a decade. Whether it be a cupcake, cookie, cake pop, brownie, or a signature one-of-a-kind custom cake that will be the star of any event, Sugar Boogers has you covered. Easy online ordering with polite, knowledgeable staff guaranteed to make each experience easy and stress-free. Go check them out on Facebook or give them a call for a free estimate. Sugar Boogers Custom Cakes for all occasions, 606-344-6595.
Are you looking for somewhere in Corbin, Kentucky to host your next event? Here we have it at Harvey's on Main at 115 Main Street. Let's check it out. Step into timeless charm and unforgettable elegance at this stunning historic venue. With breathtaking architectural details and an inviting open floor layout, Harvey's is the perfect setting for your next special event. Delight in the breathtaking bar complete with tap, a fully equipped kitchen for seamless catering, clean and accessible restrooms, a beautiful elevated stage for speakers, performers, or presenters. And for weddings and formal events, relish in the comfort and privacy of the bridal suite. Whether you're hosting an intimate gathering or a large celebration, Harvey's on Main provides the perfect scene to create lasting memories. Thoughtfully designed by the owner, who will be by your side every step of the way to ensure all your wants and needs are met. Book today and let Harvey's bring your vision to life.
Are you a jerky jerk?
You're holding it, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Just give me 1 second.
RJ's Beef Jerky. Real jerky for real jerky jerks.
Can you give me a piece?
Yeah, of course.
What if reality wasn't limited to the world around you, but expanded by the experiences you could step into? The moment the headset goes on, curiosity turns into immersion. Every step becomes part of the story. Every moment pulls you deeper into the experience. Designed to blur the line between virtual and real, this is more than gaming, it's total immersion. The best moments aren't just seen, they're shared. Step beyond the scene, step into the experience. Zone perception. Unlock your imagination.
Kick off your boots, come gather round. We're digging up secrets that can't stay down. Bigfoot's out there in the midnight air. Aliens watching from who knows where. No sugarcoating, we're saying it straight. Bigfoot, alien, CIA. No sugarcoating, the truth on display. Jericho and Paul, bring it your way. From small town whispers to city lights, we're hunting the truth in the dead of night. Conspiracies spin and the rumors fly. Country Cupid is gonna tell you why. No sugarcoating, we're saying it straight. Bigfoot, alien, secrets to break. No sugarcoating, the truth on display. Jericho and Paul, bring it your way. Footsteps in the woods, lights in the sky. Some call it crazy, we just ask why. Laugh if you wanna, but you just might see there's more to the world than they want it to be. No sugarcoating, we're saying it straight. Bigfoot, alien, secrets to break. No sugarcoating, the truth on display. Jericho and Paul, bring it your way. Truth or a tale, come and see. We're gonna have some fun, y'all.
In a world where feelings are protected and men have traded big, beautiful beards for man purses and man buns, comes to you a podcast you always wanted and never knew you needed. A podcast where feelings are left at the door and conversations happen unfiltered and no sugarcoating.
What is going on? We are back from that lovely break. So you get to spin the wheel. So here's what we've been doing with everybody. I would love to see you actually do what it lands on, but if you don't, we have this box of jelly beans. They're all mixed up now. We did have, nasty, hot, all kinds of stuff. I just mixed them all together. So now you don't know what you're going to get. So you spin the wheel. If you don't want to do what it says, you do have the opportunity to take your chances on a jelly bean.
Okay. Are we ready?
I'm ready, yeah. Here, I'll hold it for you.
He's so excited.
That was
that wasn't his spin.
That was a sissy
spin again.
Okay, read it.
Right. Give it a good spin.
Don't spin.
The wheel was saying no, he's a sissy.
Shark Tank.
Oh yeah, Shark Tank. Sell me a product.
A product.
Yeah, you got to sell us a product, whatever you got. Give us your best Shark Tank pitch.
You can sell this energy drink. You can sell, cookie. You can sell, just sell us something. Make us believe it. Make us want it.
Okay, I got you. You like fights?
Yeah.
You a fan of the Redneck Brawl?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have an opportunity for you. A sponsorship. I'm selling it to you. Me. Your face, your logo, whatever you want. You pay for it, you get it. It's simple. 6,500 plus packed arenas, millions streaming, a lot of screaming redneck fans. Wild, buck wild, getting liquored up, probably smoking outside. But what's one thing missing? You. Your name, your brand, your legacy. Sponsored right on my gear, on a banner, whatever you want it on. We'll put it on there, and you be broadcasted to the whole world. Not only through me, through yourself. It's a self-investment that's worthy. You want to take that chance?
What's the chance that you win?
Get my Redneck Brawl. It's probably like a 98% chance.
Well, sponsorship of J Money, it really doesn't matter if it's a win or lose situation. It's
a win. It's a win for you because I'm getting you
that's
out.
going to be in front of it.
Who's selling it, him or you?
It's already sold.
Shark Tank gets to ask questions, right? You're not asking questions. You done bought it.
I did. I done bought it. Well, that's because in my head we're already going to sponsor J Money. That's all it is. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to buy him some fighting shorts, and my face is going to be right there in the center. So that way, when he's bouncing around, I'm front line.
Yeah. And I'll do you one better. If I get the knockout, I'll turn to the camera and give it one of them DX crotch.
Perfect. And it's going to say no sugarcoating right down the sides.
There you go. I can see it already.
It's going to be beautiful.
It will be.
So that way, if you get knocked out, hopefully you land on your back. That's just the best I can ask for. If you do get knocked out, land on your back.
Yeah. Well,
so that way my face is still there.
Haven't been knocked out yet in my career, so let's keep that going.
So, Paul said wheel time. He was a little late for the show. You already spun the wheel. Leanne loved it. That's great.
Paul had to leave.
Yeah, Paul had to leave us, guys. He's had some family emergencies just popped up during the break, and he had to rush out. So he's taking care of his family. Family always comes first, guys. So he will not be here the rest of the show. It's just me. So let's get into some trouble.
Wait, hang
well, Ronnie too.
No, see,
Ronnie's talking.
CJ, what?
So I ain't the only
see
one to
what
lose
the
you
stuff
out.
I go. Not only do you get on there and forget me, my own host.
It's me and Ronnie. So let's get into some trouble.
Yeah.
I can't help it. It's like, Tanya's on here.
Oh, Twisted Tea.
Yeah.
She got a title fight coming up, too. I seen for the Knockout Kings. We're rooting for you, Twisted Tea.
I hope she wins.
I do, too.
Her and, what's his name, come on here not too long ago.
Was it Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah, Davis.
Yeah. Them two come on here not too long ago. I was kind of insinuating that they was lovers.
Who knows? Yeah, who knows? I couldn't tell you if they are or not. I will say though, I seen her doing like some shadow boxing and stuff. She's got some good looking hands, so it's gonna be interesting to see her fight.
I've seen her training videos. She's
came a long way.
Yeah,
looking like she's a good fighter now.
She's put the work in.
Yep.
She's put the work in. She's come a long way.
So where are you training at, Jay?
I train with London Martial Arts.
Everybody trains.
Shout out to Jonathan Biley. Yeah.
So have they become like the unofficial redneck brawl like thing?
Pretty much, it's how it's seeming because they had Jonathan and Trey, which is Jonathan's son. He fights too. He actually fought in Nashville the night before the Redneck Brawl in a title fight. But man, it seemed like once we got into that Redneck Brawl stuff, like Big R, Hollywood Heart, Pan Man, there was a few that jumped up in the gym, and that's one thing I stress to everybody too. I'm like, it's cool to be, off the couch and come fight somebody, but if you really want to enhance your game, you need a good gym. Don't matter where you're at, but I prefer you to be at London Martial Arts, obviously. But if you can get into a good gym, then that's gonna change your whole career for you.
Well, what all does London Martial Arts offer?
They offer karate, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, and a family environment, a welcoming environment, hard work.
So they don't do like any weight training or anything? Just
we got weights and stuff like that, but I'm not much into it now. We do got a guy that does a lot of circuits and stuff. Shout out to Shane. He'll get you. He'll whip you in shape if you want to do some circuits with him and dumbbells and kettlebells and stuff like that. Which there's a gym, one of those kind of gyms right beside us too. So like Trayton, he'll go over there after he's done training with us. He'll hit the gym right beside us. They actually sponsored him for his last fight out too. Did a watch party for him and everything.
Awesome. I know that's one thing I've noticed when it comes to this Redneck Brawl stuff is everybody comes together.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing about that is everybody does come together.
Yeah, they do. I like that too. It's awesome to get people in there and they ain't have much training. We don't go in there and just kill you. We're not going to beat you down or nothing like that. We're going to show you some things. If you look at some of these guys, they don't even know how to throw a proper jab. We're going to fix that for you. It ain't going to be like, oh, I'm just going to beat you down and you just get to be the crash dummy in there. We're going to show you how to fix things. We're going to show you how to make slips. We're going to show you how to take angles off and stuff like that. We're going to teach you how to be a fighter. We're not just going to beat you up because you're a new guy in the gym.
That's pretty good. What's summer's about to hit us.
Yep.
What's your summer gonna look like? You got any plans for this summer?
Yep. We're gonna go round 2 with the election stuff. I'm gonna be working probably most of the time anyway. Get back in the gym, wait for that Redneck Brawl to drop its location and its sign up sheet, and we're gonna see who all wants to come get a bite. But I don't really have I don't go a lot of places or anything like that. I'm sure the woman and the kids will probably do something. Most of the time I'm just kind of paying for it. So, as long as they have a good time, I don't care. I'll just be stuck at work and get in the gym and probably a lot of fights. I'd say there's going to be a lot of fights because, I'm not just the only fighter in the gym. We got a lot of guys. Shout out to Josh. He's got a title fight coming up. Josh Denham. Trayton's going right back in there in June, I'm pretty sure. June 6th, if I'm not mistaken. He's going right back down to Tennessee, I'm pretty sure, for Top 10 Promotions. It's going to be a lot of fight camps.
So now, Top 10 Promotions, is that another one like the Redneck Brawl?
No, that's an actual
MMA?
Right, yeah, like Muay Thai. I'm pretty sure it's like Muay Thai. I think they do MMA as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's like a legit sanctioned body of trained fighters that go in there and breed the stuff. Like even their kids, man, they're dogs out there.
But if you do Top 10, you can't do Redneck, right?
You probably
It's
can. Well, you can because I've done sanctioned bouts too, and I got into the Redneck Brawl. I think it all just depends on.
You can't be pro boxer,
right? That's what I was about to say. As long as you're not a pro, I mean, it's kind of fair game. A lot of people was like, oh, this ain't fair. You're walking in there and beating on people and you're trained. Okay, well, what's the difference? They have the same opportunity I do. They could have went into a gym and done the exact same thing I've done.
Who says just because we're rednecks we can't train?
Exactly.
Well, who says just because you went into a gym and trained
that you
means
be the
you're
best, yeah.
Well, no, that doesn't mean that you're trained.
Right. That's true too.
You've went into a gym and you have attempted to train.
Right.
That doesn't mean you're trained.
Yeah. Exactly that. Challenge
awkward.
I think he's out of my weight class. Believe me.
What is he talking about? Crime with Bobby?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured so. I don't see that ever happening.
No. I mean, I ain't the guy that's gonna be like, oh yeah, come fight me, punk. Like, I don't really have too much of a problem with Bobby. Do I think his news is one sided and to a certain agenda? Yes, I do. But that's a discussion me and him's already had, and it's come and gone. Anthony, as far as the Tennessee cornbread, like I had said earlier, man. So when I originally did my redneck brawl call out, my first target was cornbread. And he felt like I needed to get my name up a little more because I hadn't had a fight in their promotion and stuff like that. And we went back and forth. I'm like, I'm not gonna. I don't need to get my name up. I've done real fights, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, he chose to go to a different guy, and I saw another guy that was interesting to me. I liked his energy. That was crazy shady, so I made that call out. But 10 times out of 10, I would think that's probably a fight that's going to be on the table. I'd say after a couple more.
The cornbread, he's pretty good shape, and he's also
very good,
trained.
Very good shape. I'm pretty sure he's a Marine. He was a Marine, so like
that
I said,
would be a tough fight.
Yeah, it'd be all right.
It'd be all right.
Yeah,
Sounds like Justin Davis on here.
I mean, when you watch a lot of people's videos and you get to watch their fights, you kind of get to study what they're going to do and how they're going to come at you. So that would be a good fight, nonetheless. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'd walk through him, but he would present a decent challenge, I suppose. But I like cornbread too now. Like, we had a lot of bad blood starting out, but once I got down to the weigh-ins and stuff, I actually got to meet him and stuff. Me and him was damn near just a lot alike. We're really a lot alike, so we was able to actually kind of mold things up and talk. But at the end of the day, we both was like, if we got to fight, we got to fight. We don't care. We'll do that.
It's about the people. Right?
It's about the people. Give them what they want. But I think more or less, I probably need to build up a couple more wins before that offers itself.
I don't think he'll be fighting anymore.
Yeah, I think he's kind of gonna have to peel back a little bit.
He was a one and done.
Yeah, I believe so. Which, I mean, he's kind of extremely out of my weight class too, so there is that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they'd done weight classes.
Yeah, they do.
I thought they just
they can do that too, because actually I'll shout out Cornbread. He defeated Sasquatch. God bless America. If you're listening out there, anybody that does matchmaking in the Redneck Brawl, stop booking Sasquatch. Sorry, nobody likes to see the sumo in a boxing event.
Yeah, that's been my biggest pet peeve with him is that belly pushing bull crap. I can't.
He thought he was in the Royal Rumble with Big R taking him over the top ropes. I was like, what is this? I agree. I thought he had won the first round too before his leg broke.
I was shocked. Daryl came out aggressive and a lot more.
Well, there was some bad blood there though too.
Yeah, he was pushing the pace.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know how much of the bad blood was promotion, entertainment.
It was
purposes,
it was straight bad blood.
Yeah, because I know there was entertainment value between Crystal and
Benzo brand.
Benzo, that was pretty much entertainment, and they were both dancing around the ring a little bit, but.
Yeah.
I will say she had some of the best promos out there. That crybaby one took me out when Daryl's in jail. She said, "Please, Mr. Jail."
Yeah.
You ever seen that movie?
Yes.
That was the greatest one to me. I was like, "That's it." She's goated for them promos she done.
Yeah, so, that was good to watch. But now Daryl did come out aggressive, and he was looking good there. So he was up there training too, right?
He didn't come into the gym with us, but now there was a few of the guys that went out to him and did a little work with him, and Trey was backstage with him the whole night there, letting him hit the pads and just kind of working with him, telling him this is how you got to do things. So he had a lot of London martial arts in his corner for that fight for sure.
Sorry, I was reading these comments coming in. Well, did we ever? We never got down to who you are. We normally asked everybody, their background. I don't think we ever did you.
I'm a nobody.
Everybody's a somebody.
Yeah.
You come from somewhere. You grew up a certain life.
Are you from London?
No, I'm from Dayton, Ohio.
Well,
but I've lived here. I was adopted at a young age. Brought out here, so pretty much raised here, grew up here. there's really not much to me, really.
Well, you say there's not much, but you might have something to say that might interest somebody else or inspire somebody else.
Not really. Just
Well,
be yourself, stand for the right things, do what's right.
well, what made you What made you J Money?
What turned Jason to J Money?
Man, really, that was just the name that I was given up in Ohio from my family. I was always trying to make a dollar. I was always about making a dollar. I'd work. Like, I tried the whole hustling, getting money the illegal ways and stuff like that. And, fast money don't turn into cash money much. So I was always just about trying to get a dollar, go work with somebody. Like, and that's the thing up in Dayton. My older brother had a business. He would, move people's stuff for them, like if you're moving into new apartments or stuff like that, or, he'd sell washers and dryers, stuff like that. So every day I wake up, I'm like, my nephews and stuff, and everybody is like smoking and, drinking and just staying messed up. And I'm like, man, I need to go make some money. Like, I want to get some money. I don't like being broke. A lot of people will be like, oh, Jay got no money, Jay broke, whatever. But you look at my bank account, I'm not broke. And no, I'm not paid by anybody to do what I do. I get paid the same thing I get paid to do. That's get up and go to work. There ain't no extra endorsements. There ain't no weddle wages. There ain't no none of that. I'm just a hard worker. I don't always say that a lot, but I mean, I get up every day. I go to work, and I save what I can. Especially right now in today's society and economy, it's hard to do, but I make it happen.
Right.
Groceries.
So you touched on something there that we normally ask too. What's the wildest rumor you've heard about yourself?
Man, I just heard this one the other day on some guy. I don't even know who this guy is. He don't even really know me, but he started posting about me the other day. So some dude says that me and all my friends, which would be the people who like support Randall Weddle, said that we attend parties at his house and we have chomo parties. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, what's a chomo party?
Chomo party. I don't know.
Oh,
They more or less was just saying we had pedophile parties.
Oh,
I'm like, what the
okay.
hell is that? People got a lot to say about Randall Weddle, but a lot of them people, 99% of the people never even so much as had a conversation with the man. I can't speak on somebody's relationship with anybody. That's one thing I'll say, Anthony, as far as that goes. I couldn't tell you how close Randall Weddle is with Jericho or RJ as much as anybody else. I could tell you about my relationship with them, but I can't tell you how close he is to any of them people you named. As a matter of fact, I'm close with one of them people that you did mention. He's a really good friend of mine. As far as the Doug situation, it was an unfortunate event that happened. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
that's right. Well, let me go ahead and get my 3 questions out of the way. Let's just go ahead and get them out of the way because it might spark a conversation too. There's 3 things we asked everybody. Yeah? Do you believe in aliens?
I'm on the fence about it. I feel like there's more out there than just us. I have no definitive proof. I've not really seen anything that tells me there are aliens, but I would like to think there probably are aliens out there. More than not.
So you don't believe we're the only
Right.
life
We're not the
force?
only life form out here. I wouldn't think we would be. It wouldn't make sense.
Okay, what about the paranormal?
So I kind of do believe in the paranormal, and I was big on not believing it for a while. But so I had this when my father passed away. I was laying in bed one night watching TV, and like everybody passes away, you want to know, like, you just want to know, like, are you in a better place, whatever. I was just like, in my head, I wasn't even saying it out loud. I was in my head, and I was like, I wish you'd give me a sign, like something, give me some kind of sign, like you're good, everything's good, whatever. And the radio just kicked on out of nowhere and started just, and I'm like, okay, that was weird. So yeah, I do believe in the paranormal. That's really the only thing that ever made me think it was, because I spent a long time thinking it wasn't real.
I can tell by your character. I know the answer to this last one. Bigfoot.
No, I don't believe in Bigfoot. I seen a Sasquatch, but I ain't seen a Bigfoot.
That's it. That's the answer to every redneck brawlers thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe in all three of them.
I figured.
I do.
You strike me as the kind.
I do.
I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with
I'm a
it.
conspiracy
What kind
guy.
is that?
I am too, just not for that stuff.
I'm into all kinds of conspiracies.
Yeah, but you got hella government conspiracies too, don't you?
Oh, we do. We do.
Yeah.
And we were starting down that road with the podcast,
No.
and it was kind of one of them things where we somehow,
It turned to politics for a little bit.
it shifted we have to stop the conspiracy stuff. So,
We never fully stopped, though.
well, personally, but on live, we stop it.
See, even Anthony believes in vampires and werewolves.
I don't know about that. I mean, I've got tin hats. We had some tin hats that should have been in our shelf over there.
I should have.
You do notice we got the crown over there. The last guy we sponsored brought us the crown.
The crown.
I just mentioning that because
I gave
the
mine
next
to my
guy
daughter.
we sponsor.
Last weekend, when I come in here and done another deep clean, I found one of our tin hats.
And you didn't put it in there?
No, I didn't think of it. I was like, look here, a freaking tin hat. I threw it in garbage.
Did you get that?
Again, you threw them all in the garbage.
Did you get that from somebody from the Justice for Laurel County group?
No, we had our own. We'd actually made our own.
It was back, we made them for the rapture when the guy predicted the rapture that day. We had a rapture party and everything.
Okay.
So.
Oh, okay. You guys were going all out with it.
Yeah.
We're still alive, though, like I predicted.
Yeah. But that's kind of where we're at with things.
Yeah.
So, you got any other ghost stories or
No.
interesting things like that?
Nope.
Well, I tell you what, you want to see one? Just come stay the night at my house. I call her Betty. That's what I've named her, Betty, because there was a old lady died in the house before I bought it, and since the night we have moved into that house, things have happened, and it's just nonstop. So I just
Okay. Hold on. I do remember something because you mentioned an old lady. That's why. So my baby mama, when I used to stay with her, man, I'm telling you right now, I thought her hallway was haunted with an old lady, because I swear I'd be under the covers or whatnot, and I'd be on the couch. I pull a cover up, and I always looked like there was a old lady standing in the hallway, and it freaked me out. I'd tell her all the time, I'm like, you got a haunted hallway. There's an old lady in your hallway. She was freaky. So yeah, that kind of does go back to the paranormal stuff. Man,
well, mine, the old Betty there, like, crap, this just happened the other night. I have a 16-year-old son, and he likes to get up late at night and, eat and try to, sneak something to drink or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought he was in the kitchen, and it's probably about 1 o'clock. I'd woke up, something had woke me up, and I look and I see a figure standing in the kitchen. I'm like, he's in there trying to freaking sneak and get something to eat, that fat cow, That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to get up to him, go back to bed. I get up, walk in the kitchen, no one's there. I'm like, he's ran and hid. That's what I was like. I was like, he is flat ran and hid. So I start walking around the house. I was like, I'm going to scare him. Never found him. I finally was like, screw it. Let me check his bedroom. I go in his bedroom. He's in bed asleep.
Snap.
I'm like, that's freaking Betty.
Freaking Betty. I like that little short film you did, by the way. That was pretty good.
That was good.
It was very good.
I actually got another compliment on it earlier today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
So that's the kind of short films that we're doing. I was talking to you earlier about.
Okay.
If you want to get involved in some.
Okay.
If anybody does.
Yeah, if anybody wants to get involved in making some short films with us, after this podcast, go to the No Sugarcoating podcast page, and it's pinned. It's the very first video that will pop up. Watch it. It's like 2.5 minutes long.
Or YouTube.
Yeah, or YouTube. You go to YouTube, watch it also, but it's like 2.5 minutes long. And that was just something, quick.
Yeah,
really
just
quick.
came up with the idea and the lines right there.
So that had nothing to do with Betty.
No. The concept of that one was my daughter was possessed.
Yeah.
And
that one threw me off because that was like, I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting that. Go into the bathroom. She's like, there's a monster in my bed. Then I'm like, what?
yeah, so when I first entered the bedroom, I was actually talking to the monster, and I didn't know it.
Yeah.
That was the twist I wanted.
Yeah, that's what it was like, some Sixth Sense kind of stuff right there. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
hold
what I
on.
wanted. And nobody caught we have Easter eggs in that video. We have 2 Easter eggs in that video, and nobody caught it. I guess we can go ahead and tell them.
Yeah, you might as well now.
Never. I tried looking, but I didn't know.
Yeah. Right at the very beginning, when it pans in from the opening scene and starts coming in the house, if you look up in the top right-hand corner, you'll see Bigfoot walking around the tree. He's walking around out there waving at cars.
Yeah.
I'd never guessed that.
And then in my daughter's room,
you'll see No Sugarcoating
Yeah, there's a
podcast.
big banner. It's huge banner. No Sugarcoating podcast hung up in her room, and no one catches that.
No
either.
one catches.
Gets
There's
that
3 creepy men hanging out of her window there.
So, but that's the kind of stuff that we're trying to get into.
Okay.
Want the YouTube channel to grow, because if you can get YouTube to grow, that's
somewhere.
Yeah, that's where it's going.
I
But
really like that.
what's that?
What Anthony
Microphone in
said.
the head. No, that microphone in the head.
Oh,
I used to do a little music back in my day, so that's really cool.
well, I got that. I don't know if you've seen that little microphone.
Oh, that's cool.
That little microphone that's actually a lamp. Yeah. There ain't no plug-ins back there, or I'd have him plugged in.
I got one that's a candle warmer.
Candle warmer would be
I agree
nice.
with you, Anthony.
Then we got the mic over there behind your head too.
Right here.
Oh snap! I like that too. I need to go make sure you put it down there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you're into music.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Rap?
Used to.
Yeah. You do any production or music instruments or anything?
No, I don't.
Got any videos that somebody can go check out?
I bet
You
there's
can
some.
find me on YouTube. Yeah.
I started to say
Back
he
in
seems
my-
like he's got a couple
Back
out
in
there.
my school days and stuff, man.
Yeah, me
Is it under
too.
J Money or
Listen,
J
I'll
Dolla?
tell anybody. I'll tell you
No,
about
back then I was a young king.
If you want some comedic relief, go on YouTube and look up Jerster31. That's JERSTER 31.
You trying to promote your diaper?
No, that's my
Look at this
old.
channel.
That's my old videos. I don't even know how to log into that page anymore.
Yeah, how to get it done. That's the-
but back when I was in high school, I got my first little camcorder,
Mhm.
and I was just making videos of anything and everything. Didn't know how to edit or nothing. I was just pretty much shooting and posting. Yeah.
I used to do that till I got in trouble.
Like one of the videos, I caught one of my friends. I would just walk the school during school, and I would film people through the doors.
Mhm.
And I caught one of my friends. He was measuring his hand to see how big his pecker was. And they took a ruler and they was passing a ruler around measuring their hand, and that one he won. He's like, yeah. I was like, these boys are stupid. They don't even know I'm recording.
You done messed up. Katie's on you.
She said, challenge accepted.
She's about a challenge.
Yeah, but like I said, that was years and years ago. I was as new and as raw as you could get right there.
Yeah, that was me too.
But I've always been, like, my whole life, making videos and stuff has always intrigued me.
Yeah, me too.
So what got you into politics, Jeff? How'd you
Mm.
go from the YouTube rap star to to politics?
Man, honestly, I
You live a verse life, politics, redneck brawl.
yeah, trick of many trades, I guess.
Seems like there's a Batman story here somewhere.
Something like that, kind of. Well, really, it all started with Weddle. So when we had the tornado in London, well, let me back up. So the Doug Harless situation happened, and I'll be honest, when that first went down, so I had a buddy who's we was very good friends, and he was very outspoken against the mayor and the LPD and such, which at the time I had buddies that were also on the LPD. Now, at that time, I didn't know Randall. I didn't know a thing about him, never met him, could have walked right past him, not even known it. But I took it upon myself to join my buddy in bashing on him online and whatnot. And I started talking to a few people. And they was like, you need to understand, yeah, this is a bad situation, but you need to get the facts before you go after him. It's like, he ain't got nothing to do with it. It's not like he was there, yada, yada, yada. And I wasn't listening. And you're taking us down a dangerous road here. So there was another individual we spoke of earlier who was very outspoken, still is, against the mayor. And at that time, obviously, I was decent buddies with him too. So the tornado happened in London, and our gym, London Martial Arts, volunteered to go up there and help, with the cleanup and the disaster relief and all that. So it was actually during that time is when I first even seen the mayor. And at the same time, like, I go up there every day, so I'd be working a Lowe's job delivering, and I get off that job, go up there and start helping with the disaster relief. So I'd watch Randall Weddle, I avoided him probably the first 2 weeks, just kind of like smirked at him and stuff, just, just being a prick, more or less. And through that whole time, I'll say, even when I didn't like him, like, he never left. He never stopped helping people. And at the same time, I'm watching my buddy and the other buddy just get online and bash him. Oh, he's on there for the cameras. He ain't even doing nothing, and all that. And I'm like, that's not what's going on. I was like, this man's over here giving gift cards to people. He's loading up groceries, and he's trying, like, you wouldn't have thought he was a mayor when you got out there. You would have thought he was just a volunteer. Like, he was that involved with it. He was helping everybody he could, any way he could, wherever he needed to be, he would go there. It didn't matter if you needed something picked up. It didn't matter if you needed help loading something. It didn't matter if you needed the traffic guided. He was about helping everybody, including the workers too. And that really shifted my respect for him, because at that, I didn't have a lot of respect for him. I didn't have any confidence in him. Nothing, just going off what I heard. And then seeing people say he's doing the complete opposite of what he's doing, and me knowing I'm watching it. That man would be the last one, even when I left, like, and it'd be late at night, probably midnight or 1 o'clock, we'd shut down. He'd still be there. But that morning, the next morning, he's already there. Like, you damn near thought he slept there. He never stopped helping people. So, and that's one thing that was crazy to me, because I respected that about him, but he walked up on me one day. He's like, hey, man, I know you don't know me, whatever. He's like, but I just want to say I appreciate you coming out here, donating your time to help these people. It means a lot. And I kind of just pulled him to the side. I was like, let me talk to you one-on-one. I was like, look, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I was like, I got friends that hate you. I got friends that got lawsuits against you. But at the end of the day, I was like, I'm sitting here watching them say all this stuff online, and it's just not true. I was like, I see what kind of man you really are right now. I was like, so I just want to let you know, like, I said a lot of things about you on the internet. I've made a lot of statuses aiming shots at you and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I was wrong about you. And he forgave me immediately, man. And then on, I kind of just drifted towards him. We'd talk, we'd chat, and it got to where one of my buddies that worked on the LPD, he was like, man, he goes, I'd like for you to get a job with the city we can get you on there. And I was like, well, I wouldn't care to, whatever. I was like, but I don't think, I don't know, And they ended up offering me an interview. I met with Philip, who was the director of public works, and he's like, man, the mayor's talked really good about you. And he really thinks you'd be a good asset for us over here working with us, for the city. And I was like, well, I was like, I'm working right now somewhere. I was like, but to be real, I'm on the road a lot, and I wouldn't mind being a little closer to home and not having to, be more family time with me and stuff. And ended up, he pretty much was like, if you want a job with us, you let us know. He's like, anybody that the mayor vouches for, he's like, especially out here, you're doing awesome out here. We all see you. It ain't even just him. We all see you doing a good job. He's like, just put an application in and let's see what happens. So I threw my application in, and they brought me on for temporary work at the time, and then eventually that turned into a full-time job. And when I got that job is when I kind of started paying more attention to the city politics. That's when I started attending council meetings, because at that point everything's going to affect workers, not even just the residents. So I immediately knew then this council was against them, which my buddy had told me, they're going to impeach the mayor. And I thought he was just talking crazy. He's like, they're going to impeach the mayor and all this. He was saying that like months before they even introduced impeaching him. And I was like, oh yeah, whatever, dude. It is what it is. And then seeing it all play out exactly how they called it, it kind of just made me feel like, okay, so this is really a good old boy network. Like, you guys are all working together with a council.
At that point, it just seemed coerced.
It
well,
was
not coerced, but
100%. It was 100%.
Yeah, coordinated. Yeah,
it was a coordinated attack against Mayor Weddle.
It's easy to look at something from the outside, though, and just go by the videos and the Facebook posts and stuff like that. Because I know I caught myself doing that, especially during tornado.
Yep.
As a business owner, that went up there and donated quite a bit to them and stuff. Never got my picture took.
Right.
Never shook the hands of the sheriff or the mayor. Never did any of that. But I seen a lot of these companies come up there, getting that picture, offering a couple $100 like it was going to help or something.
Well, there was a lot of companies. There was a lot of companies that done it just for the publicity.
Yeah, there was.
But there was a lot that genuinely went up there to help. And dig in that didn't do that.
Yeah.
So it's easy to call out company, right?
Yeah, it is.
Because nobody saw me do that.
Right.
So, we took up, thousands of bags of jerky to give out to the workers and the people there.
And that's one thing a lot of people don't realize. And even it took me some time before my baby mama at the time told me, she was like, you don't realize what kind of man Randall Weddle is. Like, these people are going to sit here and say he's doing this for publicity. She's like, you don't know what he doesn't do, or what he does do that doesn't get recorded or reported. Like the things he does that no cameras are around for, no publicities, no posts, no nothing. And it took that time in me. I started seeing that more and more. So that drew me really close with Weddle. Like, and not only that, just talking to him, man, like I said, you never thought he was even a politician. He's really a down to earth guy. Like, me and him related on a lot of things, and we got pretty tight. We got pretty close. So if you're watching this, Weddle, I love you, boy. Weddle 2026.
He was pretty good here with us. It was just, but here you could tell he was a politician,
right?
Because he was on live and stuff.
To get a call from him at like 11 p.m. and him talk to you for like an hour and stuff, it's funny just to listen to him not be a politician.
Well, that even opens up a lot of questions that I was having too about you. I kept always wondering why people said you was in his pocket and all this and that.
Mm-hmm.
So you worked for the city.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you followed the proper channels and got that job.
Oh, yeah. Everything from taking the drug test, everybody thought I was just some weed smoking dude, and I used to be, but I cut a lot of things off and matured more or less and did what I had to do. Like, that even right now, there's counts out there like, oh, we know J Money can't be touched for drug tests. I'll piss in a cup for you any day of the week. I don't smoke nothing. I barely drink when I try not to, because I get crazy when I do. But yeah, I mean, I don't do half the stuff that these people claim online, and most of them, it amazes me how some even talk, because some of them know me better than what they do, and just going to go with the narrative. But it all went that way whenever I stopped listening to that side and more or less jumped to that side.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So, and a lot of people are like, well, you don't know what's going on. No, I know exactly what's going on, because I was over here and now I'm over here. See, I got with this and then I got with that. So,
and that's
a lot
the
of
sad
people,
part is,
yeah, a
is
lot
that
of these
there's
people
even
don't see
sides.
that. Yeah,
right.
It's ridiculous, honestly.
The division
'cause,
in
yeah.
London is outrageous.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't trust any politician.
No.
To be honest, I don't. And even if I've got family that's politicians here in Whitley County,
Mhm.
that I still don't even trust my own family when it comes to politics.
Right.
You know, I love them to death and as the person, but that doesn't mean I'm going to always agree with everything they do politically.
Exactly. And that's how I am with Weddle too. I'm like,
right.
There's times me and him don't agree on things too, but
to pick sides though,
you're right.
That division, I'm not going to be on a side that's going to bash
Right.
or be 100% for. I'm
Yeah.
going to be like, let's look at the evidence and see what it is on this particular case.
And see, a lot of that came from, I stood in the middle for the longest time. I was like, I'm friends with this, I'm friends with the mayor, I'm friends with y'all. They are the ones who pushed me over. They're the ones who declared, you're on the Weddle side. You're in Weddle's pocket. It had nothing to do with nothing I was doing other than just saying, that's not true. I can, Weddle didn't do this, or Weddle did do that, and y'all are blaming him for this when it was council doing that. If they just pushed me on over, they was like, you're just in his pocket. So I'm like, whatever. I ain't gonna sit and argue with people.
Yeah, I see that though, and it's mainly. See, we had to put the disclaimer up once Weddle came on the show, the political disclaimer.
Right.
And mainly that was because the moment I went home, I had family kind of disowning me for even having Weddle on our show.
There you go.
And I'm like, we were not endorsing anybody.
Right.
We gave everybody that was running an opportunity to come on the show, and we did. We had everybody that was running for mayor.
Right.
On the show.
Yeah, you did.
And it wasn't that we were endorsing anybody.
Right.
It was an opportunity for you to ask the question. So if you wanted to ask the question, ask them.
Yeah, that's crazy how they just visualize that. Ain't it?
Yeah.
That's what happened with me. It was one I took a picture with him, put it online, was like, I said a lot of things. I publicly even said, I said a lot of things about this man, but I was wrong. I didn't care what they said, what he said, anything. I was speaking for myself. I was wrong with him. I got no problem with it. And boom.
Now you're
they came
shoved
from
to
me.
the side.
How much money you make off that post?
Actually, I addressed that in that post. I gained nothing as far as monetary value. The only thing I gained on that, the only thing that I got paid in that was dogged. I got dogged. I got disrespected. I got talked smack about. They paid me with betrayal because I liked somebody they didn't like. They didn't like that. That's how I got paid.
No, Anthony's asked that question twice now. You want to?
Oh, Matt.
Yeah, but he's wanting to know if you can be unbiased about your opinion.
Yeah, I can even be completely unbiased because I've only had one run in with Matt Orr as far as personally face to face, and I was just walking in and out of the restroom. I have no issues with Matt Orr besides one simple issue, and that was this. Back last year, there was a press conference done when Randall Weddle done a press conference with his lawyer. And something was said along the lines of he would line the streets with victims of a certain clan we spoke of earlier. The only thing I got against Matt Orr is the very next day, I felt he disrespected every one of those victims when he got online and said, wasn't there supposed to be a parade today? A parade for what?
Mm-hmm.
To me, that you were making fun of victims. You disrespect them by asking, was there supposed to be a parade? Because what they said they were going to line up victims, and they are out there. So to me, that was him just trying to discredit any belief to that. Mm-hmm. But I know there are victims out there, and to be honest, I found more victims had reached out to me after I had started telling my story on, a certain pardoned pedophile.
No, to be fair though, we all said stuff.
Yeah. That's just my
so,
only issue with him. Right. Other than that, I don't know him from John to Elijah. I don't know the man. So
The only thing I know is he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
When you meet him,
he's a respectful
funny.
guy.
A lot of people know him and like him.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A lot of people.
I don't know what he
speak
has
highly of.
politically.
Right.
Experience. I don't know.
No, I don't think he does. Which I mean, it was the same way as.
But
far
that's
as I
not
knew
required.
Yeah, it was
mayor.
the same way as I knew for Weddle. He wasn't a politician before all that. He's a businessman. The way I look at it, I think Matt Orr is a businessman too. But I mean, I don't have nothing personally against him other than just that whole remark. But outside of that, I don't know the first thing about him. I would like to address somebody he probably knows though. There was a man named Andrew Hurley who posted a picture of me in the Redneck Brawl and asked what he was watching. It wasn't what were you watching, it was who you were watching and why you were watching. And 12 seconds after that, on that time clock, you was watching a first round knockout. Just so you know, back to your pickleball. I just had to get that out there.
So how's it feel to be on the other side, not in the chat?
Man, it's a different feeling for sure.
He's a lot calmer on this side of it than he is on the chat, because that's the one thing that's been throwing me off. I'm like trying to pull some of this Jay that I know from the chat out, but at the same time, I'm also afraid if we pulled that Jay out that's in the chat, we might get sued.
Yeah,
he has been amazingly calm and and collective, and I can tell a lot of stuff you've been saying you've really thought about. Like you're actually thinking about it before you let it come out. I, on the other hand, ain't very good at doing that.
Yeah, it's like daylight and dark here. I'm kind of thinking now, I was worried about Jay being on here and things that would happen, but Jay's definitely earned my respect on being able to hold that tight and keep things, said but not pushed over the threshold, where Jericho's tried to jump over the threshold. And so, yeah, the race is going to be close, Anthony. That's what we were talking about earlier, but they both have to really get out here and earn people's votes.
They're gonna have to knock on some doors.
I mean, they're going to have to prove. They've got 6 months now.
And then the next couple months, 5.5.
Yeah, they've got to prove why they should be mayor, I think.
FBI's done came in and took some machines. As far as that, Tricia. As far as that goes, I was in the store the other day and somebody walked in down my road. There is a store. It's like, where's the machines at? FBI took them. I think Jeannie Baker is going to be your go-to lady about talking about those.
Possibly.
So that's the gray machines are a big topic too, and everybody knows who owns those machines.
Oh yeah,
that's the other thing that is never mentioned either. So
that's because, like you said earlier, everybody knows better than to mention.
Yeah, you can talk about the politicians, but for some reason you can't talk about the puppeteers.
Right.
Yep.
So
I think that's going to be an interesting thing too to play out. If I was to make a prediction, I say they're probably not done with those the machines and people responsible for those. I think there's going to be some interesting things come about on that.
I think the election kind of slowed that down a little bit.
I do too.
They didn't want that topic to outshine the election.
Yeah. And I think they were waiting for certain individuals in that election too to see what was going to play out there.
I think they were waiting for somebody to show their hands, right?
Yeah. Possibly.
So, I know. Well, never mind. I'll keep some of that to myself. But I do know that it's being investigated. Like we had mentioned before, I've known FBI in this area for years. ATF is in this area. DEA. Y'all name it, it's here. So
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if people that think FBI is here for one thing and not a few things. I firmly believe there's probably a few elected officials that may get exposed in this whole thing by the end game.
Possibly.
But now, me personally, I'm Anthony. I'll say this: I really don't care as far as the machines go to. People work for their money however they want to spend it. It's how they're going to spend it. I hate people want to get addicted to the things, but at the same time, we all make choices, and you got a choice.
Well, you got the mints now.
Right. And
I mean, so
well, not only that, you can get on my phone right now and I can lay a bet on some sports. Like,
oh yeah.
So it's no different to me.
The only thing you're doing now is you're consolidating the money to the city.
There you go.
Versus spreading it out to the small business owners, because a lot of these small stores, that's the only way they make a living.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
well, we're out of time, so we'll wrap it up. It's nice having you on. Hope to see you some more, not just in chat.
Right.
Really do.
Well, he's got to come back because in 3 months he's getting ready to do a fight, and we're going to have to do the endorsement.
Yeah, we're going to sponsor.
He's got to
you.
wear the shorts and look proud and do his call out before he goes.
Come back for another victory.
Then you have to come back and tell us what you think about RJ's beef jerky. He's got some RJ's beef jerky. Show him the Dolla cupcakes that was made for you here. Yeah.
J Money Cupcakes. It's
J Money Custom.
I got the money cakes right there.
Yeah.
And that
made from
dollar
sugar
bill,
boogers.
y'all. We'll try some of RJ's beef jerky so I can remember the name.
Yeah.
But
eat that though.
But stay tuned. We're going to be making some more short films. We got some more commercials coming out and stuff. We also do photography and videography. So if you ever need any help with that, please reach out. And like always, we do a podcast every Monday and Friday night starting at 7 p.m. So stay tuned. We love you. See you next time.
Best of luck to all the candidates in the upcoming race, Weddle 2026. Let's go.
Are you a jerky jerk?
Oh, yeah. Dang it. Hey, let me get a piece. No can do. This is my last piece of RJ's beef jerky.
RJ's Beef Jerky. Real jerky for real jerky jerks.
You owe me jerky.